Hi everyone, I've been super excited about this installment for my blog for a while now. It's about Sunday food prep and how to eat healthy. Sunday food prepping takes all the anxiety out of eating healthy. It makes healthy food super accessible, and if you do it the right way, it can be super cheap too. So here you go, take notes. Also, I should mention about every member of my family makes a debut in this video, so see if you can catch them all. I just got back from shopping with my grandfather, his field trip of the day, and this is what we picked up. We've got some quinoa and brown rice. I don't much care for quinoa, but mix it in with the brown rice and it's not so bad. Quinoa is much better for you than any rice. And it's got more calories, but it's got more nutrition than couscous does. I've also got fresh broccoli. I've got frozen vegetables. Fresh is always better, frozen is easier. Ground turkey, chicken, and fish. We've also got a bunch of Tupperware. We're gonna make it all super healthy, and I'm gonna show you how to do it all. So let's get started. For the salmon, we're gonna preheat the oven to 350 degrees. And you're gonna need a pan. We're gonna put some oil at the bottom. You can do nonstick spray. I like to do oil because it adds some flavor to the meat. Throw a little bit in there. Just getting shots of my boobs, that's better. Okay. I'm gonna grab my salmon. And we're just gonna place it skin down on the pan. Lovely. Also going to sprinkle a tiny bit of salt. Alright, I've got some bay leaves, I've got some lemon juice if you want to. So I'm going to squeeze some lemon juice. Up this lemon. I put about 2 lemons on each piece of salmon. It doesn't come out too lemony, but it definitely gives it a little bit of flavor. And then, don't have to do bay leaves. Also adds some flavor. Now we're gonna pop this in the oven for about 12 to 15 minutes, just until it gets flaky and like a light pink in the middle. Okay. So now let's get started on the ground turkey. All right, we're gonna put this on 7 or 8. Throw some oil down. Stick it over there. Pretty simple. I'll let that brown on one side. I like to throw a little bit of taco seasoning in with my lean ground turkey. It gives it a little bit more of a flavor than it does plain, but I only put it in about half the meat so it doesn't get too taco-y. Let's go ahead and pop some brown rice and quinoa into the microwave. What I love about this stuff is all you do, squish it, tear it, 90 seconds, and it's done. For your veggies, they're frozen. Pot with a nice strainer in it. We're gonna put a little bit of water in here. Open the bag. Go ahead and get this steaming first. So we'll stick this guy on top. And the rice is already done. Let's go ahead and flip our lean ground turkey.
It's Kaylee's cooking show.
Just keep flipping it until there's no red.
What's this? Macaroni?
Lean ground turkey.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
named red.
So it depends on the vegetables that you have, but if you get them frozen, it'll tell you how many minutes and how much water. This guy says 4 to 6 minutes, so we're going to set the timer for 4. You can start preparing the chicken. So I just got about a pound of chicken breast. So we're going to cut off all the fat, which sounds easier than it actually is. Looks like our ground turkey is about done, so we're just going to grab that and drain out the fat. So what we're going to do now is grab a fork and see if it flakes off. The veggies are also done. So a little doughy at the top. So we're going to give it another 3 to 5 minutes. Let's give it 4. So now we're going to put a little bit of taco seasoning in our meat since we already drained the fat. Here is the taco seasoning. You can buy it for like $1 or wherever. I'm going to sprinkle it on about half the meat. Just a little bit. Literally one of these can be used for 5 or 6 Sunday food preps. And I'm just gonna... So you're gonna wanna find the grain of the chicken and cut along the grain. If you can see, the chicken's meat is growing this way. So that's the way I'm gonna cut. The smaller you cut them, the better, because it tricks your brain into thinking you're eating more food. So I decided that the cookie diet wasn't working for me. But I'm gonna keep the cookies because they were expensive. I'm gonna try to transition into healthy eating, which is why I'm food prepping a little bit more than I normally do. In total, I probably have 12 meals. So lunch and dinner whenever I can. My birthday is on the 23rd of June, so I'm probably gonna be cheating a little bit, understandably. But these meals, if you keep them refrigerated, they're good for about a week. So I'm still going to keep the cookies. I'm just going to keep them around for a healthy snack if I absolutely don't have any other options. But I'm going to try eating normal food. And let's just slide all the chicken in. The less seasoning, the better. But if you're like me and you won't eat plain chicken, add some seasoning. It's better than going to Taco Bell. First I put some minced onion in. Now I'm putting in some garlic salt. Just enough to add some flavor. And the oil will help with that too. While we're waiting for that, let's go ahead and cut up the fresh broccoli. Cut off the stems. Broccoli is one of my favorites. It's got a lot of nutrients and it's not carby. You don't want to go with like green beans or green peas unless you're substituting that in for your rice. And the rice have got too many carbs. And just separate them up. Same deal with the other veggies. We're just going to slide these in the steamer. We're going to give it about 7 minutes. While that's cooking, we can divide up our brown rice and quinoa. So one bag, which is 8.5 ounces, is good for about 4 meals. For the salmon, you'll remember we left the skin on. So we're just going to go underneath and pick up your meat. And the skin, for the most part, stays in the pan. You want to put the frozen vegetables in with any fish because you're going to want to eat those first. Fish and frozen vegetables tend to go bad before fresh and before your other meats. Also, you want the portions to be about half veggies and then a quarter for meat and a quarter for your grains. So here are the fruits of all of my labors. I've got my salmon, brown rice quinoa, and my mixed veggies. Chicken, broccoli, brown rice mixture, and then I also have my lean ground turkey mixture. So I'm going to get these all capped. I'm going to put them in the fridge, and then I'm going to enjoy myself some lunch. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, motivation, tips, tricks, leave them in the comment section. Yeah, I'm gonna get to dinner. See you guys next time.